Good evening. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. I'm Sandy Rosine. I'm the owner and creative director here at Bez Arts Hub. And I'm thinking we've got lots of new folks here. How many of this for you is this their first time here? Wow. Welcome. Well, we built this place just for you. You belong here. And we love that you've found your way here. I want to begin by acknowledging that we are on the unceded ancestral and traditional territories of the Kwantlen, Katzie, Semiahmoo, and Matsqui nations. We are so privileged to do what we do here on this land, acknowledging that the Indigenous people have a rich heritage of arts and culture that we're just kind of joining in with after generations and generations of what they've already been doing here. As you see that our name suggests, we are an arts hub, so there's lots of things that happen here midweek. We have everything from dance classes to gospel choir to improv academy classes doing comedy, and of course our concerts that are happening. So I thought I'd just get you to make note of what is coming up. Next week, we have a fantastic crew of some of the best musicians in all of Vancouver. They have played with everybody from Celine Dion to David Foster to many, many other things. So it is the Wild Blue Herons. They are coming with a whole brass section this time, and they are also coming with the great Jane Mortefi. Jane Mortefi. Jane Mortefi is also going to be joining them for this particular concert. So if you haven't got your tickets already, that is a concert you won't want to miss. So that's next week on the 7th. The following week on the 14th is the legendary Valdi. One of the best concerts that we've had in this space. He is the consummate performer. At the age that he is, it's amazing what he brings to the stage. So you won't want to miss that either. And then on the 15th, we have our very, very improv happening. Some of the funniest comedians you have ever heard, and they are here on Saturday night, the 14th. And then we have a little bit of a pause in our regular concert series, and we're going to be hosting for 3 weeks a play called Common Grace by Little Dipper Theatre. And you'll want to check that out, just a change of pace from the concerts that you might see to come and enjoy a play. And we have really enjoyed working with Little Dipper Theatre. They do an amazing job. And I think, am I missing anything, Russ? Well, thanks. He has to say that. I do want to encourage you that we also have a lot of our artists we have on Spotify. So if some of the artists that we have coming here, you don't really know them, go to our Bez Artists Spotify list, and you can give a listen to some of those musicians. We have some fantastic musicians on that list, and you can just get a feel for that. And also, we'd love it if you tell your friends about us. That's the best way that you can find us, because I always kind of go, oh, you've lived just around the corner from us, and you didn't know we were here? That is a common phenomenon, so we'd love it if you could get the word out for us. It would be really great, because, hey, support local and support Canadian. So, without further ado, I want to welcome to the stage Bentall, Taylor, and Ulrich.
most strings, so I get to take the most time. That's the way I look at it.
Really nice to be here. This is a lovely spot, so thank you for having us. Tank half empty, tank half full. Why don't you grab a hold of that rope and help me pull? Right now, I could use a little help, not another blowing fuse. Just asking, I ain't pleading. You make the call, you're the one that's needing a change. I know I'm singing the same old song. A man is what he thinks about all day long. An old Indian once told me, never weaken. Then I heard the preacher say, turn the other cheek and walk away. Figure it out, you do the math. Once we start walking, we've chosen our path. But just this once, can you try to be strong? I'm waiting in here, be it right or wrong. Roll on. A man is what he thinks about all day long. A man is what he thinks about all day long. I keep trying to please you. End up down on my knees. I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore. Screw something up, fight back the violence, shrug your shoulders and fall into silence and walk away, walk away. Maybe you think I'm drawing a line in the sand, but I'm only looking for a helping hand, and yet you walk away. But just this once, can you try to be strong for me? I'm waiting in here, be it right or wrong. You see what I'm saying? A man is what he thinks about all day long. A man is what he thinks about all day long. A man is what he thinks about all day long. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, I love music so much. It always always happens, the very first couple of chords, and I just think, oh, it's just so much fun. Very nice of you to come out. I know you could have stayed home and watched TV, and you didn't. So thank you for that.
Can I just say something? I know it's your turn, but I had the same sort of feeling of it's really nice to play in front of people, and the nature of our job is such that when you don't do that, you kind of miss it. And I was, of course, very good friends with John Mann from Spirit of the West, who passed away. And at the end of his life, when he didn't really have many filters in what he would say, we were sitting around, we asked him, like, well, what kind of job would you have done if you didn't do music? And he just said, I don't know, but it would have had to involve applause. That's probably how we all feel up here. But there you go.
You guys are really good at that, too, so this is working out well. You may have heard this song before. You may have heard me introduce it before. So I was trying to come up with a new way of doing it, but I just don't have one. My mother always used to say that she would look in the mirror or walk by a window in a store or something and see her reflection and go, oh my God, who is that old woman? That is not me. And I think, yeah, Mom. I really get it now. So I thought that, it's ironic because really what we've done is we've had long lives. Isn't that fantastic? So that's what this song is celebrating. Look in the mirror and wonder who's looking back. She looks familiar, but I'm not as old as that face that is peering, questioning how this could be. Was a time that I was invincible. Soon by and by I know I'll be invisible, but right now I'm smiling. Right here's where I wanna be. All I've lived and breathed is still inside of me, and with each line on my face, there's a big long life to trace. I'm not gonna hide. I'll wear them all with pride. These lines, these round my lips are from kissing and whistling, blowing out candles and all of that wishing. The worry that those I hold dear are gonna be okay. Yes, there's a few from my losses and old regrets, times I was hurtful and thoughtless with what I said, but most you notice are from life making me smile. All I used to be is still inside of me, and with each line on my face, there's a long story we can trace. A little tough and a little wild. I heard them all, and it took a while. It was Daniel. Let's blame it on Daniel. This is Daniel, who's been doing fantastic sound for us all afternoon.
Well, this is, I guess you could call this a good breakup song. Well, actually, maybe rephrase that. I don't know if it's a good song or not, but it's a positive breakup song.
Good clarification.
I think every time I write one of these, it confuses my wife a little bit. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It's called By the Time Our Tears Have Dried. Took the long way back home tonight, down a road with a million stars, just the light of the radio and the sound of a steel guitar. There's a place where the heart lets go and the love gets to wearing thin. There was a time when we had it all. Now we're just left with what could have been. But there's no one to blame after all the times we've tried. We'll forget about it by the time our tears have dried. But we try to see right from wrong, but there's times we will never know, when there's no way around the pain. There's no shame in just letting go. But there's no one to blame after all the times we've tried. We'll forget about it by the time our tears have dried. There's no one to blame after all the times we've tried. But we'll forget about it by the time our tears have dried. Yeah, there's no one to blame after all the times we've tried. We'll forget about it by the time our tears have dried. All right, thanks so much.
I was thinking maybe a residency. Bez, could we do that? Like just, we never have to go on the road again. We just import our audiences like Celine Dion. That'd be nice. Do it. I think a little water is. Oh, thank you, Tom. You're so polite.
Pretty close.
That's a lot of
That's a song off my latest record. I wrote this for a couple of musician friends that struggled for various reasons, and I just didn't know where to start or what to do. But good news is they're doing better. It's called "Why Are You So Sad?" Why are you so sad? As if you lost everything you had. Why so blue? And is there something that I could do to help you? No one needs to know all about some wrecking rodeo. Yeah, no one needs to know. And yet I wonder, why are you so sad? And is it really that bad? Just give us a clue. Maybe there's something that we could do to help you, sha-la-la-la. To help you, sha-la-la-la. To help you, sha-la-la-la. To help you, sha-la-la-la. To help you. And I don't know what to do, least of all what to say. Come the dawn, it just lingers on through the start of every day. So drown yourself in drink, so you don't have to think about it. Try and still that voice. I guess you would if you had a choice. But maybe we should know the where and the why and the tale of woe. Yeah, maybe we should know all about some wreck in a rodeo. Yeah, maybe we should know. 'Cause I wonder. Yeah, I wonder. Sha-la-la-la. I wonder. Sha-la-la-la. 'Cause I wonder. Sha-la-la-la. I wonder. Sha-la-la-la. Why are you so sad? Thank you very much.
A lot of strings on that thing. It's like your old cattle wrangling days.
I had one of those moments where I look down and I go, where am I? I had no idea.
Saved your ass sooner, but I dropped my pen.
That was a good one.
About a year ago, a fellow named Fred Nelson, not from the show from the 50s. For those of you who remember that. Yeah, I can't
Tom and
remember.
I,
Yeah, you.
Tom and I weren't born yet, but I went sit.
Yeah, but I've had a way more fun than you guys. Give me a little glee. He phoned me up and he said, I'd like to issue. Pay no attention to them.
I'm gonna get the.
I'd like to issue a tenor guitar with your name on it. So this is a Shari Ulrich songbird. He's got about 5 editions of them. all more interesting than the last, each one more interesting than last. I'm loving it, and I feel obligated to write all my new songs on it, so this is one of them. This was inspired by a little jag of watching documentaries on cults. I don't know why. I'm just fascinated by what makes these crazy-ass people a leader that other perfectly normal otherwise people will follow, and knowing that I would never be either of those people.
We follow you around everywhere.
So welcome to my cult.
Cult is sharing.
It's working out really well for me. So that's what inspired this song. 70 years I've lived in this hollow. 70 years, seen every season go by. Some gotta lead and some gotta follow down a sorry road. I'll never know why. Some lure you down into fear and darkness. Some shine a light to help you find your way. Some turn you around and others are heartless. Some lift you up and help you be so brave. And it's not so complicated. Most of it all and be kind. Turns out that life really is what we make it, and we do with the time. I often play harmonica on that song and in a few others, and I have about a 50% rate of remembering to put it on before the song starts. We've had a number of methods that the guys have tried to, sometimes they've lowered it down while I've been playing. Sometimes that works, but I thought, nah, let's just let Tom go.
Notice, Tom, how she said, don't worry, just follow. It was part of the cult thing. I like
Follow me.
All right, well, this is a newer song of mine, or a very new song. I've got a record out with a band called the Southern Residents. Comes out next week.
It's really, really good.
And there's a lot of BC sort of based songs on it. And this is one that Barn and I wrote. It's about the highway of tears. It's called A Mother's Lament.
Born on a fingernail moon, you took your time in coming. Your daddy was gone again. Is that where you get your running? Thumbing the evening breeze down on the silver highway, finally feeling free. Honey, you going my way? Are you cold, my sweet darling? Are you lying where your face can feel the sun? Are you floating across the water, a place to rest when your time is done? Under the city lights, trying to find your old star, the one that I gave to you, so you'd always know where you are. Are you cold, my sweet darling? Are you lying where your face can feel the sun? Are you floating across the water, a place to rest when your time is done, a place to rest when your time is done? Born on a fingernail moon, you took your time in coming. Your daddy was gone again. Is that where you get your running?
Do you like our set decoration here? So happy. Any questions so far? Apparently not.
Well, my dad was a Baptist minister. When I was a kid growing up in Calgary, and the era that I was growing up in, I thought, I knew I loved music, but I thought there's no way that I can do this as a job because nobody did it there, for one, and I thought being a son of a minister's kid was probably kind of immediately knocked me out of the running for doing a job in music. Later on in life, I did realize that it was fertile ground for creating a rock and roll singer, but anyhow, as time has gone on, I've definitely come to more peace. Because when I let my parents know that I was going to move to Vancouver and start a rock and roll band, it didn't go over so well. And but you know, sometimes the older you get, you sort of realize you're more able to put yourself in their position, and it was probably a pretty foreign thing to them. But anyways, let's get to the song, shall we? The preacher shakes the hands of all the members of the congregation as they are birthed out into the blinding night, across from the railway station, figuring they might have cheated the devil out of one more week. Blessed are the meek, they sit down to Sunday dinner, where the preacher's wife has laid a table, the tension across the linen cloth, a taut and rusty cable. The eldest daughter steps outside into the alley to get high. Blessed are the hungry, for they'll be satisfied. Oh, hallelujah. Hey, there ain't nothing to say. Come on and you'll find an empty room, sheets where no one lay. Oh, mama, I gotta go. I'm sorry, little sister, but the rock and roll got my soul. And now the preacher wrings his hands and starts pacing by the hour. The worry is soon replaced by something sinister, dark and sour. Wondering how to spin it, how to handle all of the scorn. Blessed are those who mourn. The boy joins a band, they get in a van to rewrite the same old story. Backstage dives, girls giving the eye, all the guts and glory. His ma sends a little bit of money to lend a helping hand. Blessed are the merciful, her son is cursed to travel the land. Oh, hallelujah. Hey, there ain't nothing to say. Come on and you'll find an empty room, sheets with no one lay. Whoa, mama, I gotta go. I'm sorry, little sister, but the rock and roll got my soul. Hey, ooh. Feels the sun on his face as it sets out upon the ocean. Seagulls circling overhead in a slow swirling motion, holding a woman's hand, still staring down the barrel of a shaky start. Blessed are the pure of heart. Decades later on his deathbed, the preacher wonders why it mattered. You live your life under the load of some old coat that leaves your family scattered. They both want to talk, but the best they can do is a handshake and a nod. And blessed are the peacemakers, for they are the children of God. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hey, there ain't nothing to say. Come on and you'll find an empty room, sheets where no one lay. Oh, mama, I gotta go.
my sister, but the rock and roll got my soul. Thank you very much.
You didn't have my fiddle for that whole song, right, Daniel? Daniel's left the building. Oh, sorry. I'll never do that again. One's for shows.
Has something happened to the fiddle?
My connection, electrical connection is a little iffy. Things you didn't need to know, really.
So far we've been talking about anything, so I think we could let...
I am kind of a reluctant writer. I love it when when I finally get in the zone, but I can avoid it for months at a time. So occasionally somebody corners me and I have to write a song for something, and I've always been able to come across. I don't know why I can't just force that on myself, but I can. So in this case, it was the acoustic guitar project, where there's a guitar in many different cities around the world. And in that city, a guitar is passed between 5 different songwriters, and they're charged with having it for a week and writing a song on it. So it was my week, so this is what I wrote. I watched the weather coming as it moved in through the sound. The last leaves blowing sideways on their big flight to the ground. First will come the rain, and then the snow is gonna fly by and by. Well, I like to say I'm sorry for the selfish things I've done. You don't think in the beginning that you're ever gonna run. Well, maybe it'll come that I'll forgive myself in time. By and by, the sun and the moon, they turn and never stray. But you and I aren't made that way. Who but greed in our hearts anyway? That was the first mistake. Well, I really hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure it's true. No saint's gonna save us, it's up to me and you. Soon may come the day we're gonna say we should have tried harder. By and by, oh, by and by. I didn't see you coming, no, I didn't hear a sound. You were suddenly in front of me, spinning me around. And everything I thought about the road that I was on is changing. By and by, oh, by and by. It's all changing by and by. Yes, it's not the fiddle. Yeah, no, fiddle's fine. Is anybody feeling neglected here in the corners? You're okay? Okay. All right. Maybe we could put it on a pedestal next time and just turn it around. We'll do it in the round.
Well, this is another one off the new record, mine. It's is it?
Yeah, but we're taking a break after this because you're exhausted. I can tell.
This song's called Devon Gale. Devon was a firefighter, a 23-year-old firefighter who lost her life outside Revelstoke, BC in 2023. And her sister Kaylin in her service afterwards said that she thought her death should be a wake-up call for, a lot of reasons, for management of forest fires and things. But I thought that's a hell of a wake-up call. So this one's for Devon.
Devon Gale grabbed her gear, her Pulaski and her pack, headed out of Revelstoke, never to come back. With her brother right beside her, cutting the same line. The only difference on that day, one soul would stay behind. Heaven ain't no place for a girl who's barely grown. What lessons are we learning while we're burning down our home? It was out near Heron Creek on the 13th of July. Hot ash and heartache were falling from the sky. I hope you close your eyes and dream of those you love. You left your life on this world in kind of sand and blood. Heaven ain't no place for a girl who's barely grown. What lessons are we learning while we're burning down our home? May we choose to remember the fallen and the brave, and never waste the sacrifice of a life another gave. Devon Gale grabbed her gear, her Pulaski and her pack, headed out of Revelstoke, never to come back. Heaven ain't no place for a girl who's barely grown. What lessons are we learning while we're burning down our home? Heaven ain't no place for a girl who's barely grown. What lessons are we learning while we're burning down our home? What lessons are we learning while we're burning down our home?
All right, thanks so much. We'll be back in a little bit.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Was that fun? Aw, I missed you too.
Hey! You better go ask for it back.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a joke and I couldn't think of one. I know it's good.
We were all saying back there, you're a lovely audience tonight. I you know, and people who know me will tell you that I don't just say things. No, there's a really great energy in the room. So cheers. That makes our job a lot easier.
Way more fun.
And I do always say when we're here, well, clearly these days I think we can use music in a very profound way. We can use being in a room together where we're not worried about a lot of other shit. We can just focus on music, and it takes people like Russ and Sandy and all the collective that they have here of being that pillar, or in this case, that hub in the community, and it makes a difference. So, cheers. Well, I went for a really nice bike ride today. I came back along 216th, and that's really horse territory here, isn't it? Like kind of high-end horse territory. I love horses, and we got this ranch in the Caribou, and I guess our horses live a little differently than they do 216th. But this next song I'm going to do, I wrote with my son Dustin, who played here with me and played with, and he's a great songwriter. And we went. He works as a guide in the fall sometimes, and I went a couple years ago to help them bring all the supplies in by pack horse into the mountains on the west side of the Fraser, north of Lillooet. And it was just a wonderful trip. I mean, the horses were they were a bit fresh at that point, you know, because they'd just been in pasture all summer. And we managed to put the guide outfitter plays banjo, and my son Dustin brought a guitar. We managed to put a banjo and a guitar and a mandolin on top of one of the pack horses. He went way back into the bush, and so that's when I ended up starting to try and learn mandolin, because by default, that's the instrument I got. I was the low man on the totem pole.
Wait a minute, what do you mean by that? It's a perfectly respectable instrument.
I absolutely love the instrument, and it's all I meant is that I didn't have a choice, that's all. So I learned 3 chords, and then this is how it started, and then Dustin and I finished the song. So we're ready? I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming a million miles away. There's a place that I go when I wanna be all alone, with no walls and no halls and no time you have to leave. I know that you can see when the change is coming over me, and if you understand, take my hand and lead me
Guess it's in my blood. You take my hand and lead me. I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming. A million miles away. I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming. A million miles away. I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming. I'm always dreaming. A million miles away. A million miles away. Thank you.
For some reason, I have written an inordinate number of songs lately about death and divorce. Whee! And this would be the latest death one. Although it doesn't need to be death. It could be anything where you, wait 1 moment, please. Where you feel like you should be here as life goes on, and well, especially when you do lose someone, you feel like you should be here. It just happens over and over and over again. I lost my brother, but more appropriate, I should say, my brother's wife lost him during COVID, not of COVID. How come I don't see that? I know why. So I've written, most of the songs that I've written lately about a death are really from her perspective. She'll never get over it, and I bet she feels 20 times a day at least, you should be here, he should be here, he should be here. So that's what inspired this. As soon as I get into it, I only have 4 strings. You'd think it would be quicker, but I'm almost there. I just have to focus. Today is your birthday. I'm baking your favorite cake, the same one your mother makes. You should be here. Our old neighbors are coming down from the north, maybe hang around. Help me fix a few things that I found. You should be here. Planted a willow tree, taking walks on a favorite beach. Waves of missing you break over me. You should be here. Those nights and those sunsets, those moments I won't forget. We should have had so many left. You should be here. Shoulder this, and I know I'll get Today's your birthday. I'm baking your favorite cake like so many other days. I think you should be here.
All right, well, this is kind of an old country gospel song of mine. I grew up in a place called West Vancouver.
Apparently that's
You-
a joke in
you-
itself.
You may not know it, but West Vancouver is the cradle of Canadian country gospel music. Well, I've been on down summer roads to nowhere. Yeah, I've been down roads so long. Yeah, I've been right a time or two. And oh Lord, I've been so wrong. And I went to the cities, sparkling lights, where I felt so alone. I had Jesus and the devil both talking to me. And Lord, how I miss my home. Well, the town that I'm out in is so tired. I should have laid down hours ago. I watched the sunrise on another long day. I'll be driving my weary heart home. Well, you are the prettiest thing that I've ever seen, and these eyes have been so forlorn. When I cross over to your side of town, Lord, I will be reborn. Well, the town that I'm out in is so tired. I should have laid down hours ago. I watched the sunrise on another long day. I'll be driving my weary heart home.
sunrise on another long day, and I'll be driving my weary heart home.
West Van really does that. Rubber Station does it. So I've got this ranch up in the Caribou, and there's when we had cattle, don't have cattle anymore. It's probably why I'm still alive and up on stage. But there was this wonderful cowboy couple that lived and helped us on the ranch, and the guy was Curtis, and he's a native guy, and his partner is from Switzerland, and they were so helpful. I don't know how many times Curtis saved my hide by just looking at me and going, "Are you sure you should do that?" And he just let that hang in the air, and I was thinking of it, but so anyways, not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before, he had to come down to VGH to get some rather serious surgery, and so we went in to see him on Christmas Eve. My wife and I did, and we were talking with him, and he looks at me and he goes, "Barn, when I came out of surgery, I thought I was dead. And we looked dead, and he goes, "Yeah, I thought I woke up dead." And because it didn't hurt anymore. You gotta understand, he's a pretty tough guy, and when as soon as he said that, his partner Monica and my wife Kath said, "That's a song," and I went, "Oh yeah, that's a song." So here we go. There is I do have to say, I mean, you're kind of somewhat out in the country here. There is a team roping reference. Do you know much about team roping? Anybody? All right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You'll figure it out. Okay. It's a kind of a quasi team roping and biblical thing because it involves the devil with horns and that sort of thing. But yeah, I think it'll explain itself. Okay, ready? This morning I woke up dead, thought I woke up dead. Might have been something that I done, could have been what I said. The doctor done told me count back from 10, I hope I see you on the other side. It didn't leave a lot of time to go back over what I didn't do before I died. Can we do a chorus again? This morning I woke up dead, thought I woke up dead. Might have been something that I done, could have been what I said. The doctor done told me count back from 10, I hope I see you on the other side. And didn't leave a lot of time to go back over what I didn't do before I died. Okay, I got it. 10 was for the perfect score, so I scratched that off my list. It's always been hard getting me started, I'm sure you get the gist. And 9 was for this old heart of mine, breaking yours 1 or 2 times. 8 was 'cause I'm always running late, making you wait. 8 was for them twists of fate, all of my goddamn mistakes. This morning I woke up dead, thought I woke up dead. Might have been something that I'd done, could have been what I said. I saw St. Peter sitting on a bed, but he was red with a set of horns. So I headed, healed him, dallied up tight, hoping I'd be reborn. I headed, healed him, and dallied
hoping to be reborn. Usually it's pretty easy to remember because as long as I can still count back from 10, kind of gives a roadmap. It's coming. 7 rhymes with 11, that's where I'd buy my smokes. To go with the Tennessee whiskey and all of my corny jokes. 6 and a 5 were gold with a queen when I played 21. When I got to 4, there was a knock on the door, and I was thinking my time had come. When I got to 4, there was a knock on the door, and I was thinking my time had come. Ready? 3 was the last number uttered, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. I tried to repress the sins of the flesh, but God, I love them the most. I didn't make 1 and I didn't make 2, but if it turns out that I ain't through, then over to that 1, you're my gal, and I'm hoping we still make 2. Over to that 1, you're my gal, and I'm hoping we still make 2. This morning I woke up dead. I thought I woke up dead. Might have been something that I done, could have been what I said. And the doctor done told me count back from 10. I hope I see you on the other side. And it didn't leave a lot of time to go back over what I didn't do before I died. And it didn't leave a lot of time to go back over what I didn't do before I died. It was a hell of a journey, getting off of that gurney, but I'm pretty sure that I ain't died.
I have a set list. It tells me 3 times on my set list to retune my guitar into Dadgad in the intermission. But no. So we're going to have to talk and tune. I'm going to ask you again. Any questions?
As one of her cult members, I offered to do it for her, but it...
You did? Not tonight,
did,
you
yeah.
didn't. Maybe I'll be really fast. You never know. So this is one of the aforementioned divorce songs. I am a fan of doing divorce well, and I'd like to think that I did. I've only done it once, mind you, technically.
Oh, that's a story, isn't it?
There's a lot of stories. We have a daughter together who we adore, of course. So it was all about her, as it should be. She has engineered both of our albums. Yeah, it was really handy to raise an engineer. Yeah. All planned out from the day she was born. So I'd like to think that we did it pretty well. But there was kind of a little snag there about 15 years in, maybe 20 years. He'd been married for about 15 years to someone else. That was all fine. And I won't go into any more detail because some of you might know them, and then you'll tell them that I tell all these secrets to the audience. So I won't go any further. Other than our wonderful daughter said at some point, I think we should all go to counseling together. And we did. And I know it sounds hellish, doesn't it? It was not. It was so interesting. Far as I'll take it. But I tell you that because most of this song, in order to not reveal too much, is total imagery. So now I've told you everything that it's about. So it'll mean just a little bit more to you.
I like it when you haven't tuned up because you get a lot of information. It's excellent, isn't it? Yeah.
I can fill a gap. dawn's first blue light, you open your eyes and think, how do I get through one more day? Feet on the floor, like every day before. Ever since your world forever changed, so you try to write a letter of what went wrong and what was good. And I'd loved you better if I could, you know I would, you know I would. The life of your dreams has lost you, it seems. You didn't hear it leave as the years went by. Her face turned away at the end of the day. The words she could not say or even find. And try as we did to find our way, misunderstood. And I had loved you better if I could, you know I would. And oh, the books with all our photographs, the pages turned from sweet to sad. We cannot calculate the cost of all we lived and all we lost. And try as we did to find our way, misunderstood. And I'd have loved you better if I could, you know I would. As time goes by, you open your eyes and see the cracks of light in another day. Feet on the floor, like every day before. Ever since your world forever changed. Thank you. I realized when I started singing the song that I introduced a different song that I wrote about divorce. So, well, that song's called A Bit of Forgiveness. It happens to be in an album back there, as of course they all are. But I thought, there's no imagery in this song. It's just straight ahead. Okay. Did you guys wonder what the hell she's talking about? Yeah, you did.
No, not really. No, Tom and I are just going through our to-do list for tomorrow.
Well, speaking of songs about death, this new record I have has got 2 titles with death in the title. It has 4 songs about death. It's got a song about getting wood. Firewood. It's got a song about a kid growing weed. I think there's a song about a guy who loses his wife gambling. He doesn't bat his wife. His wife leaves him after. And there's one love song on the album. This is it. It's about a mixed race couple who gets run out of town.
I'm good. Yeah, you keep going. I'll catch
When my eyes fell on yours, I was branded by a love so true. When my feet hit the ground, I was never gonna stop chasing you. I will love you as hard as I can, but will that be enough? 'Cause there ain't no place for us between love and blood. Well, the sky was on fire the night that you stole my heart. Now we live in a world that is trying to tear us apart. Oh, my darling, I'll stand by you when the crowd gets rough. 'Cause there ain't no place for us between love and blood. Well, the farther we travel, the snow will hide our tracks. Well, we both know by then that for us there'll be no turning back. Oh, there comes a time you'll find what you're made of. 'Cause there ain't no place for us between love and blood. 'Cause there ain't no place for us between love and blood.
All right, thank you. The CD's over there. If you got a CD player, if not, it'll be on Spotify next week. So yeah, so I mean, unless you need a coaster. There you go.
Oh, it's me.
That's you.
I could tell them a story. I have a story. That story. Your story.
Well-
Do you want me
well-
to tell them your story?
I did this series of concerts for 20 years, the Caribou Express. And they were usually in the fall, and it was a series of fundraisers. And, you know, my kids were involved, and it was a wonderful musical journey. And so we wrapped up in Toronto at the end of January. So, but when I was let everybody know that this was going to be it after 20 years, my tour manager, who I actually went to Sunday school with when we were kids, and when he retired, and we always stayed friends, and I said, do you want to tour manage this thing? And he's done such a wonderful job. But it was he and his wife that suggested, why don't I write a song, because I was going to name the tour The Last Roundup. So I did. I sat by, there's very little time to write up at the ranch because there's just too many things to do. But, you know, if I get a cocktail and I go sit by the creek, I find ideas come there. It's just the sound of the water flowing by. I don't know, it sort of sets my mind in a different place. So that's where this one came about. It's called The Last Roundup. Was young, he'd wrap both hands around the horn, swing his right leg up and over the saddle. And nowadays he has to look for a big old stump to get himself back up on that same saddle. Through the phases of the moon, that old sun, it sets and rises. He's grateful just to greet another day. It's the last roundup for this old cowboy, the last time he'll be bringing in the herd. For the hands of fate are now bent and calloused. Soon another free spirit will be born to weather the wind and the storm. Long ago he fell in love when he was a cowboss out at the gang ranch with a teacher from New England in the one-room school. But she broke his heart when she moved back home. He swore he'd never fall in love again. But time moves on, and the memory of her kisses faded, but she'll never leave the thinning walls of his heart. It's the last roundup for this old cowboy, the last time he'll be bringing in the herd. For the hands of fate are now bent and calloused. Soon another free spirit will be born to weather the wind and the storms.
Now when he dies, don't you send him up to heaven. Less heaven's on the back of a horse, one that's big-boned and savvy, just a little bit wild. One can carry him up and over that mountain and take him back to a time when things were simpler, to a time when he knew the ways of the world. It's the last roundup for this old cowboy, the last time you'll be bringing in the herd. For the hands of fate are now bent and callous. Soon another free spirit will be born to weather the wind and the storm. To weather the wind and the storm. To weather the wind and the storm.
Thank you very much.
It's almost over and now I'm feeling sad. I know. I'll take you all home. No, I don't. I'm so sorry. I just thought of that. This is my adopted country. I came from the San Francisco Bay Area. Grew up there during the 60s, which explains a few things about me. It was a wonderful place to grow up, beautiful area. And I was happily on a college campus, just starting to think maybe I should take music courses instead of what they're telling me to take. And of course, it was in the heat of the Vietnam War, and friends and brothers were getting sent off to war, and that didn't seem like a very good idea. So I was very involved in the peace movement, and then Kent State happened. And it was the first time, I know, for those of you who remember, it was traumatizing. And I was home, but I was still living at home, but I was there by myself because my mother was off in Europe, so there was no one to tell me that it was not acceptable to load up the car with everything I thought I would ever need to move to Canada. But that's what I did. And my plan was to homestead, because my understanding and my wonderful American education was that Canada was just wilderness and apparently a lot of resources. And so I was going to homestead. I was prepared to either build a log cabin or a teepee. I hadn't decided, depending on the land that I found. And when I drove into Vancouver, it was mighty surprising. But it did feel different. It has always felt different. It has always felt saner, especially now. Kinder, gentler. And I'm very, very happy to be Canadian. So I thought it was time to write a song about it. Nothing but a lost and a lonely soul. I was looking for a life and a whole lot more when I found you here. From the Salish Sea to Peggy's Cove, I fell in love with your northern road. You were the sun and the seeds I sowed when I found you here. Oh, oh, your honeybee, like water to a thirsty tree. That's what you are to me. on the northern ground where I found you here. Barely older than 19, pledged my promises to the Queen. I fell in love with the blue and green of Canada. Oh, oh, your honeydew honeybee, like water to a thirsty tree. That's what you are to me. Oh, 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 in the air and the life I breathe, in the earth under my feet. That's what you are to me. Well, I feel it in my bones and in my blood. I just knew you were my home, and there was something that I love about the people and their ways, and that I'd be here for all my days. Best ever. When I came to these shores, never could I dream what you had in store. Was looking for life and a whole lot more when I found you here. From the Salish Sea to Peggy's Cove, I fell in love with your northern road. You were the songs and the seeds I sowed. Oh, Canada. My flag's backstage. Should I go get it? Woo! God, you guys are fun. We're going to Alberta next weekend. You want to come? We could all go together. Well, we're going to fly, but you could take a bus all together and show up. That'd be nice.
Well, we've got one more for you. Thanks so much for coming out. Staying up past your bedtime.
Guess I should be prepared to play this song too.
Thanks, Russ and Sandy. Thanks, Daniel, for the great sound. Fantastic.
I have found that all the greatest collaborations in my life in music were not planned. That it started out as one show, as did we on Bowen Island, just the three of us. I'd never even heard of Tom at that point. I knew Barney, and I said, let's do a little song circle, and who would you pick? And he picked Tom, and as soon as I heard his songs, I thought, oh yeah, let's do that. So we're just gonna do it once. And we thought, well, that was really fun, let's do it again. Well, that was really fun, let's do it again. And 17 years later, am I doing the right math?
I think it's 15. I think it's 15 this year.
Oh, it's only 15. Yeah. Here we are, feeling just having more fun than ever. And you guys have a lot to do with that. It's just the greatest thing to be able to do. And I love these guys so much. I love you guys.
Well, this song I did write for my wife. We both spent a lot of time on Salt Spring when we were younger, Salt Spring Island, and we never crossed paths. But we always wonder if we were in the park at the same time, and we always thought if we went to the archives, and looked at pictures, that maybe we'd see each other in the same picture or something. But
And
called
your
The
son
Window.
Mac is here for the first time. He's never been in the audience before.
oh, you just got outed.
All these years, you never knew what he did.
Mac, I didn't know you were here. That's awesome. Wow. You know what? It's funny because Kath and I had the same trajectory, and like I wondered if, but I had seen her, but she never noticed me. That's so this. this whole story could have a heartbreaking end. That's all I'm saying.
You were born pretty, I was born tall. You were born in the summer, on the front end of the fall. I was shy and lonesome with my eyes turned towards the ground, hoping that you'd find me when I needed to be found. Well, I always want the things that seem so hard to keep, that I'm so scared to lose them, I can't close my eyes to sleep. To try to win your love, there ain't nothing I won't do. I'd wander this old world till my wandering days are through. Well, the wind don't lie when it calls out to me. It blows your sweet name over the valleys and the trees. Carries my reply over the mountains and the seas. You will hold my heart for eternity. Every time that you were near me, I could feel the flames get higher. All the water in that river couldn't douse this burning fire. The days went by so slowly as I waited for your sign. The nights were filled with pity, cigarettes and too much wine. Oh, the nights were filled with pity, cigarettes and too much wine. Oh, the wind don't lie when it calls out to me. Blows your sweet name over the valleys and the trees. Carries my reply over the mountains and the trees. You will hold my heart for eternity. Well, once I thought I saw you, but it's hard for me to say. See, the things that I was chasing seem to change from day to day. But once I got a glance, there'd be a price I had to pay. I'd be chasing down your love until the Lord took me away. Well, the wind don't lie when it calls out to me. It blows your sweet name over the valleys and the trees. Carries my reply over the mountains and the seas. You will hold my heart for eternity. You will hold my heart for eternity. All right, thanks so much, everybody.
A couple more we might want to do. I'm always wanting to run back out quick before they stop clapping. They've literally had to hold me back. Are we doing this in that order?
I try and get sure to wait. There's kind of this natural arc, you know, where it's clapping, then it dies down a little bit, and then you wait till it builds up again, and
I can't wait.
that's when you walk on. And like the way this evening started, John Mann saying, I don't know what else I do, but it's got to involve applause. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, that's anticlimactic.
Everybody just didn't know what to say after that, did they?
I'm so ready.
Ready? I'm in the kind of mood tonight where I could get the giggles, like being in church or something like that. Here we go. Bobby drives a pickup for a corner store. $4 an hour, and he's hoping for more. He's 28 years old, and he still lives at home. Bobby's got a TS, but he ain't alone. There's a million Bobbies across this land, and everybody's got real big something to live for, something so real. It's got something to live for that I want. Big deal. Bobby's got an uncle who talks a mean streak. Makes more in an hour than Bobby in a week. He tells the boy, hey, don't waste your time. Be useless like a father, nickel and dime. There's a million Bobbies across this land. Everybody's got real big plans. He's got something to live for, something so real. It's got something to live for that I want. Big Bobby could have done it if he'd only tried. Could have been a contender, could have been a big guy. But he didn't rob a bank or write a hit song. He got a ring and he married Yvonne. Yeah. Oh, usually right now the bass and drums come crashing in. But as you can see, we just got a folk band up here. Just got to use our imagination. And turn it up. Turn it up now, babe. You can clap, that's good. Turn it up. Yeah, turn it up now, babe. We got the drums, see? Turn it up. Yeah, turn it up now, baby. Yeah. Just a little bit louder now. Yeah, just a little bit louder now. Yeah. It's got something to live for, something so real. It's got something to live for.
Okay, just one more. In 1975, Joe Mock wrote this song. So that means I've been singing it for 50 years. At every single show I do, I have done this song. I never get tired of it. It's the reason that I have a career in music, really, why I got launched. So he wrote this song, Joe Mock. He threw it in the wastebasket, and Rick Scott found it in the wastebasket and made him play it. And that's why it lived. And then I went off with the hometown band to tour with Valdi, and he was doing 2 shows a night across the country. I'd never been beyond Alberta before. And the band wasn't a band yet. We eventually became the hometown band, but we sang one song every night, and it was this song. And that's how I met Canada, and they met me, and why I get to still sing this song. And it's not just a song. I guess everyone in their career, like, that's your song, this is my song. That is just so important, but part of it was about sort of jumping off the cliff, learning how to sing, learning how to let go and be in the moment with the music, and all those things all came from this song. Thank you for being here tonight. We're so appreciative. Thank you, Russ. Help me out of this space. I'm crying, and I don't want to lose in the race. Everything we do is just another trying, and some never lose the fear of flying. The music in those nightclubs seldom satisfies my need for a simple song the world can sing along, straight from the heart. Give me my part. Help me out of this space. I'm crying, and I don't want to lose in the race. Oh, everything we do is just another trying, and some never lose the fear of flying.
Well, I went to hear my friends play away the night, and I listened so carefully. And you know the tunes were hot and the people dancing. Whoa.
Oh, won't you play one for me? Well, here we go. Touch my soul.
Help me out of this space.
I'm crying, and I don't want to lose in the race. Oh, everything we do is just another trying, and some never lose the fear of flying. Oh, 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 oh. They just can't let go. And I wanna fly. Ooh. Taylor, Barney Bentall, Russ Rosine, Sandy Rosine, Daniel.